Okay, so here we are, ready to go to Cazador's palace, because we still don't know, or Shadowheart at least doesn't know, where the House of Grief is. So we are doing the next thing that we care about, which is helping Astarion out. So it looks like this is going to be the closest
What's he got to say for himself?
waypoint.
Apoplectic, furious, frankly falling down.
And it looks like it'll be on this side of the wall, so let's cross.
City of crime.
Onward in her name.
No, he mostly avoids that.
Look at this absolute train of characters. I'm not used to having this many summons.
I personally love full setting. Twisty corridors, flickering candlelight. Oh, it's such compelling reading. Hidden sets are the best bits of any book
We redden our steel by the light of day in his name. But you are not the lamb for our slaughter. It seems you've won Lady Oren's favor. Join us in this act of slaughter, in Baal's name.
Honestly, I have better things to do, but you go ahead.
Unseen. Perfect. Might be useful.
Okay. It looks like we might actually end up having to go this way, but I'm gonna keep going around this way just in case.
I'll grab that.
inconspicuous, is it? I cannot believe you've come dressed like the villain in a tragic comedy.
Surrender your burdens. Does sorrow grip your heart? Does rage cloud your mind? Do you ever wish to surrender all that holds you back in life, if can be so at the House of Grief? To be unburdened of your troubles is to be reborn. Seek us out, and we shall discover the very best version of you. Did that put the House of Grief on the map? It did not. Seek us out, it says. Survival.
No time to waste. That's curious. I must keep going.
So, I'm gonna have a little bit of a detour now, because since the flyer, I imagine the House of Grief is close. Maybe somebody else in the park knows something.
Well, what might you be hiding? Calm and quiet, that's the way. Need to press onward. Onward then.
Keep a blade close.
The corpse has nothing to say.
Let's get on with it. Let's see.
Alderaan, the city's founder, gazes out to sea.
Perfectly hidden. Don't mind if I do. This way. Right, better do the talking.
Something the matter? You look like a dog that's had its bones stolen.
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. She has a tadpole.
Got to keep up appearances, you understand. Until the time's right. Praise the Absolute. You've been struck mute. Come on, out with it.
Nothing's wrong. Apologies. Here's another flyer.
Let's see what we have here.
Which is just seeking us out, but if there's flyers nearby, if there's flyers nearby, it means the House of Grief itself is likely also nearby.
Have to keep pushing. I ought to speak.
Who are that lot? Need to report this. Need to get reinforcements.
I forgot to clear the custom marker when I went to go get Figaro.
Better take a look.
This book here describes a card game that I bet these people are playing right now.
Fist these days can't take a piss without a steel watcher helping them aim. It's pathetic. Aye, well met, citizen. Oh, I mean fellow citizen, I guess. Sorry, not used to retirement.
Don't listen to Vistra. She talks big for a short old dwarf. Those good old days weren't all rosy.
Sorry, pal. Table here's reserved for retired fists only. Veteran perk, you understand.
Alright.
I should take that.
That's curious.
Well, I looked throughout the whole park, and I found some flyers for the House of Grief, so this will probably be my launching point to search for it later, but I didn't see any other clues for it right now, and it is now looking more like I'm going to have to go this way to get to Cazador's palace. So let's go back to this lower city central wall.
You got to say for yourself.
Lots of talk about the brilliant future of Baldur's Gate, city of steel and justice.
Does he say anything about the horrible present of Baldur's Gate? City of pride and hate.
No, he mostly avoids that.
That's a lot of containers. Give me a second.
Just 3 times. Only have to say it 3 times.
Alright, nothing especially interesting, but you know, always nice to pick up some more camp supplies if nothing else.
What's he got to say for himself?
Just 3 times. Only have to say it 3 times. Speak thrice the phrase correctly, and lucky you'll forever be. Okay, great. Scarab, oh, damn it! Can't you see I'm trying to concentrate? Scarab, sap, scarabs, cap. Oh, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Scarab, sap, scarab, sap, scarab, sap, scarab, sap. Ah! Did it!
The devil's feet.
You
going first. It was your idea.
That was 4 times, wasn't it? Bollocks!
Yeah, but I dared you first.
Interesting. I suppose I could possibly find a way around there.
God's sakes! Scarab, Sarab! Ah!
Neither have I.
You going first. It was your idea. Yeah, but I dared you first, so you have to go. No, my fingers are crossed. I'm not going in there and getting swallowed by a devil.
Only have to say it 3 times.
I'm not going in there. To hell. It was Runt's idea.
Except what the people actually want in a broadsheet. Puzzles!
You first? I double drown dare you. Are you afraid?
Nothing's happening. Oh,
The devils in there can swallow kids whole. Even Stinky.
I'm telling you, that flaming fist was winking at me.
You told me to get this. It was your idea. Yeah, I dared you first.
Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Would Sarah like some flowers? They do a wonder at brightening up a grave. I bring fresh ones to my husband's every few days.
What use do the dead have with flowers?
They're not for the dead, they're for the living. Same with funerals, coffins, all of it. I put flowers on my husband's grave for me, to remember the good from the bad. We get on better now than when he was still alive.
I suppose I'll see if there's
Of
anything about
course.
them. Actually, the belladonna here does go towards elixirs of peerless focus. That's not a bad thing.
Come back any time. You won't find fresher.
I know where to find her if I need her.
Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can.
Keep a lookout. The Mortark don't take kindly to raising the dead, but I won't be long, I promise.
Who are you raising from the dead?
My big brother, Garrett. He got killed by that murderer guy, but I'm gonna fix him. Now, keep watch.
Exorde me, Merkel. Resuscita frater meam. Immorte ad me redigo eo.
The air crackles with power before fizzing out. The child has power but lacks control.
Oh, you're close, Merkel. I can feel your shadow. Give my brother back, please.
I don't really have Arcana. Apparently I have a scroll. I think this is a bad plan, but I kinda wanna see what happens. Arcana. You need to focus your power. Make it a sharpened point, like the tip of an arrow. And you know what? I'll even bend luck for it. So close. We do have inspiration.
Like this? Resuscita fratrea meam. Emote ad me redigo eo.
Alright. So real quick, I did get an inspiration there. What remains of the dead, guide Nina to acceptance or prowess. I guess either way I could have pushed her. This person is technically on our side. There is... So this dude is giving off a ward aura and also gets 20 temporary hit points every turn. And while they have temporary hit points, they're resistant to everything except radiant. So it's pretty important to kill that one first, I think. The rest of these are just regular old zombies, I think. Oh, there are a couple greater zombies in there. But yeah, I definitely want to concentrate on that first. Poison immunity. Probably just because of being undead. So I'll probably go ahead and use an oil of accuracy. And just a straight up arrow of fire, I guess. Oh, I'm currently threatened. By this thing? A level 1 skeleton. I think I'll just walk away from it.
This way.
That way I get my advantage. And I'll just use a fire arrow. I don't want to use a Luck of the Far Realms up because I am headed to Cazador's mansion. That seems to be doing pretty well so far.
Concentrate.
Nice, nice.
Focus.
Forever dauntless.
Oh, I guess only these three are grouped right now. So all I can do at the moment is Shadowheart. Probably a level 1 is good enough to kill it if I hit. No, but so close. There we go. I'm happy with that then. And then I can just start. Oh! I don't control them. That's why my initiative wasn't grouped. You've got 5 hit points left. Let's start working on the greater zombies, I think. Because there's 2 of those. There's a greater zombie. There's 1 there. And 1 there. So, oh, I can't. Right, there's these guys in between Karlach. I'll go ahead and do a twin spell.
Two steps at a time.
I think I probably don't actually need to rage for this.
That's it. Got it.
She's running towards us? She's got 10 hit points. That's kind of funny. Yeah, that should finish off the greater zombie there. And there's another greater zombie here. Yeah. Right? It did that thing where it gets back up, right? Undead Fortitude, yeah.
What should I do?
So... I'll just attack it. It should be fine. There's a zombie left? Oh, okay.
Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked.
Oh, that's funny. Is that...
I ruined it! I ruined everything!
And did she just run off? I don't get to see where she went?
Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can.
Maud, you are lucky to be alive. Okay. I guess I have less zombies to loot. Alright. Let's follow the wall around a bit more.
See what's to be said.
They got him, honey. They got the bastard that did this to you.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow. Right here.
I saw something on the ground there. Yep, a key. A Gorian mausoleum key.
Hey, my folks are buried here. I'd love to pay them a visit.
Okay.
Here lie Pluck and Karlach Cliffgate. My parents. Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Sorry I haven't visited. I've been, away. But I'm back now, and I brought friends. I miss you so much. But I'm happy and getting up to some really important shit. Maybe you can see for yourselves. I don't know. You're with me here. Anyway. Taters.
May I ask how your parents died?
I was a teenager when Mum passed. Bad fever. A good healer could have saved her, but she slipped away before we found one who'd take our gold. Dad went a few years later. He was on an errand for work, traveling the Risen Road. His cart overturned and caught him just so. I was on my own after that. Fell in with Gortash not long after. If my folks had been alive, they would have sniffed him out straight away. But they weren't. Mum used to say there was no such thing as death, that there was only change. Dad thought that was a load of woo, that gone meant gone unless you'd struck a deal with one of the gods. Said he had better things to do in life than beg favors off immortals. I'm not sure what I believe.
There is no need to wonder. Our souls travel to the city of judgment and are taken by the gods.
If they deign to choose us. There's no guarantee, is there? And I've made little effort to attract the loyalty of anyone but you. Hopefully there's more waiting for me than that. Very hopefully.
Here lies Pluck Cliffgate, beloved husband and father.
Well, there's the fist who aided in the fight against the undead.
Tell me, Sire, if you leave a poisoned cake in a park and a child dies from eating said cake, are you responsible for the child's death?
And I didn't come up here for a moral quandary. In part, I guess, but the child's parents share the blame.
Such wisdom. Which means you do not even have the excuse of ignorance. You showed a grieving child the ways of necromancy. Leave these hallowed grounds now. May Kelemvor have mercy on your soul.
Oh, she's not happy with me.
What's that?
What's what now? Ah, something over here? Metal pipe?
What do we have here?
What is that noise? Have people no respect for the dead?
I'm curious.
I thought I was done for. Lady Luck, bless you.
I'm surprised you're still breathing.
You and me both. That's what I get for filching a baldy. The nutcase made me dig me own grave. Stone Lord, he calls himself. More like stone shite.
I'm not even sure what that's getting at. Who is this Stone Lord?
The gang boss has been all up in Nine Fingers territory. He's brutal. Steer clear. Look, I ain't got much in the way of thanks, but the stiff below has some fancy doodads. You're welcome to them.
Oh, I think I get it now. That option would have been chiding him for attacking or trying to pick the pocket of somebody who was clearly not a chump. And I guess I can just take this. A +1 pike. A +1 rapier. Some loot. Okay. Well, that one guard told me to leave, but she's not actually chasing me out, so I'm gonna keep taking stuff, I guess.
They got the bad man, Mum, so we're safe now. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be okay.
I wonder if they're talking about Dolor. And it seems like that little girl did just run off. Who's this? Strange beggar Morbus. Zombie. Okay.
Come out, sister. I will find you.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot. The smell of death.
Sister always hides from me. She likes to play.
If I were her, I'd be hiding too. You smell terrible up close.
No, I am clean. I take good care of myself, like Sister taught me. Sister might need a wash, though. She is hiding from me. In the ground over there.
Cleric of Shar, your sister is food for the worms, and her soul twists in agony as we speak. She's dead.
No. No, she is just good at keeping still. She is the best at this game. I never win, except when she lets me.
He won't listen to me. I told him it's naughty to play in graveyards.
Well, so there wasn't really a path over here, and there's not really a path over here, it looks like, unless maybe well, no, I was thinking maybe the mausoleum could possibly lead to there, but that's a bit far. Maybe if I go along the wall.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow. Right here.
Have to keep low. Let's see.
Okay. I do want to see. Oh right, I can't control the ghouls, so I have to get next to it if I want to do the thing.
Brighten up a loved one's grave with a boot freshly cleaned.
Yeah, I think you can't heal him.
Right here.
Also, I keep forgetting, Astarion here is cursed. I think I can probably do something about that. I have a remove curse. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Alright, so I learned some things about the ghoul will explode when it dies, dealing damage in an aura, so that's good to know, and you can't heal them. Which is not surprising, they're ghouls. Undead typically can't benefit from healing.
Gazette has a transcript of a conversation with Archduke Gortash.
What's he got to
Ooh,
say?
kitty. I don't have a speak with animals on right now. Easily fixable.
Does he say anything about the horrible present of Baldur's Gate?
It was another day in the City of Lies, Baldur's Gate, where the people begged for justice until they starved. Two heroes were fated to cross paths that day. Their eyes met. Destiny was calling.
And they both answered.
Strangers? Only in a fool's definition of the word. It was the start of something incredible. Two heroes on the hunt for justice, no matter the cost. All the Tall One had to do was say yes.
Yes, join me.
The Tall One had failed the first test. They lacked caution. The cat could have just as easily been a foe as a potential friend. Perhaps it was simply not meant to be.
Oh.
Upon their return, the cat couldn't help but wonder whether the Tall One had finally decided how their die would be cast.
Okay.
Future of Baldur's Gate, city of steel and justice.
Doesn't seem to be a way up here, but there's probably a way up somewhere. There's people walking around. Oops.
Home of Lavernica, groundskeeper of Bloomridge Park, lover of birds, bees, and everything in between.
Well, this is going further down.
Appreciate breaks. I'll be making chocolate cake. Oh, yeah, older than me. And I sell more goods. You know this one just does one.
Those absolutists sometimes try. You do well to find your sharpish.
You're just making that up on the spot.
Look! It's so pretty! Oh my God!
Is that Fitz?
God's damned hypocrite! The Blade of Frontiers, all pomp and empty oaths. The Sword Coast's most dashing fraud. I trusted you. I believed in you.
Florrick, what are you on about? What is this?
Lady Mizora told me everything. How you slaughtered your own father. How you crave his power. I thought you were going to save him. But you abused his current state to get rid of him. You mean to make the city bow to you, and you alone.
That meddling ghoul. Florrick,
Save it. My duty is to Baldur's Gate, and it holds no place for Ravengard's treacherous scorn.
His persuasion would probably be better than history here. And I have indicated that we're going to still try to save him. Persuasion. Ravengard could still be alive, and we intend to save him. And you know what? Will would definitely want to contribute to this. And he needed to.
At ease. By the living gods, I believe you. What darkness has fallen upon us? Will, there's something you must know. I should have told you sooner, but I'd hoped somehow your father would return to us. He knew about the Absolute. I thought little of it at first, but he realized the danger before anyone else did. He understood that if the cult were successful in raising an army, Baldur's Gate would be doomed. Before the Absolutists abducted him, he told me that should he fall, I must seek you out and give you this message. Your father trained you in the ways of great champions. You are to use those lessons to wake the worm under the city. He is oath-bound to answer your call and come to our aid.
A worm? Are you saying there's a dragon living under the city?
A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Balduran he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened, but just the once. Since then, the city faced countless threats, but the Baldurians overcame them all. There was never any need to call upon the worm, but this time, things are different. This is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. Your father was right. We need Unsur's help. With him gone, the worm's awakening now falls to you. Take this. The legend of Ansur, an ancient epic, ill-remembered, dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you.
Will, what do you make of this?
Baldur's Gate stands on the brink of the abyss. Let's awaken the worm and take back the city.
Ravengard's blood courses through your veins. Your father would be proud. I will go and assemble any allies I can find. When the battle horns call, we'll stand ready. Unleash the worm, Will. Let his tempest swallow the Absolute and its allies. Good luck.
The Legend of Ansur. Oh, and Will wants to talk.
Curse that rotten devil and her forked tongue, trying to set Florrick against me. She's a damnable inferno of chaos. What matters now is that Florrick saw sense, and we know our path forward. We'll finish what my father couldn't. We'll awaken Ansur, the heart of the gate.
Do you really think there's a dragon been living under Baldur's Gate?
I do, and so did my father. Go on, read the legend of Ansur. Then we can plan our next steps.
All right. The Legend of Ansur. Baldur's great Balduran's birth, O Balduran father due veneration, his guardian dragon Ansur tremendous in worth, a savior below our eternal elation. To Wormway neath prison's deepest level, to be found not by a soul or devil. Entrance in Worm's Rock prison? With a lightning shock, a true hero spark flickers, the torches alight, and Worm's eyes shall awake a glitter. Something about sparks and torches. Use lightning skills? Its trials no common adventurer may exceed. When each day sends forth new ones to their fates, but one great hero by the founder's will decreed, shall only one grant our age the heart of the gate. Only a great hero can pass the trials and awaken answer. Okay.
So, not sure what this spark business means, though. Sol Invictus.
I've been in Worm's Rock prison. Okay.
Central watchtower of the Flaming Fists.
Okay, so this probably leads up to the wall. And if the wall isn't the way to Cazador's mansion, at the very least, it should be able to show us a better view of how we might get there.
Let's see what I can glean.
Move along, citizen. Nothing to see here.
As the superior officer, I think I'll delegate all the sentry shit to Gonfalon and catch me a nap.
Well, it is not criminal to open this door.
Nice day out here, considering.
Considering an army of
I and Karlach perhaps could have just flown up here, but I wanted the path for everybody if we're gonna make it. Let's see where else this goes before we leave the tower. There's nobody up here to see me, so I'll just...
Unseen as I was taught. Let's get this lock to yield.
Fine. I could use that bell. That feels... If this weren't honor mode, I might try that and see what happens. But I feel like that's not wise.
Off I go.
Come to think of it, Tamrin really didn't seem the type to just bugger off.
Neither did Burke. Walk around. Didn't stop them.
I don't really need to go that way, do I?
I was just thinking of someone I miss terribly who looks a lot like you. But you're not them, so move along.
That's not my fault. Now that stuff is owned.
On I go.
I don't feel like starting a fight up here. Tsar Palace South Tower. Interesting. I'm right next to the park.
No, he mostly avoids that topic.
This might be the way to Cazador's place.
Better get to it.
I can sneak in here. The security shouldn't be too tight.
Alright. Before we move on, there's a few containers in here.
Keep no one quiet. Let's see what I can spirit away.
Just some minor random loot, really.
This is the Palace of Cazador Tsar. Entry is forbidden. Leave now, citizen.
The guard's words are clear, but spoken without thought or intent. Behind her eyes, you see nothing. She must be one of the charmed thralls Astarion mentioned.
I'll go with my strong point. Intimidation. Another word from you and you'll fly out of this tower.
She pauses for a moment, but keeps her mouth shut. It seems you're free to enter.
Key to Rampart's door. Charmed? Probably charmed by Cazador, I guess.
We'll see what I can learn.
Tonight is a sacred night. We are all blessed to be here.
Be welcome, citizen.
Be safe.
Well. Oh.
Another visitor? Staying long? The others are.
What others? Who are these visitors?
Guests. Came for a party. Never left, though. Dunno what happened to them. Don't want to know. But I'm sure you're different. I'm sure you'll be fine.
And there's another rat here.
You one of them? The fangy ones?
What is a fangy one? Although I'm sure they're referring to the vampires.
Big, hairy, teeth. They're mean, real mean. Stay away.
Maybe not. Vampires, I don't think, tend to be terribly hairy.
Slim pickings up here, but safe. No one grabbing, no one biting.
Where are people biting rats?
In the guts of the palace. Hungry mouths down there.
Oh, true. Astarion used to be fed them.
Another guest. Yes, yes. More bones to chew, more bodies to nibble.
Alright, well, if these people are charmed Cazador,
No time for dally.
thralls, we probably don't want them behind us, do we? And there's not really anybody up here. So let's take matters into our own hands.
Let's be quick.
And I'll just use some simple toxin for this. Oops.
You sort of fight.
Oh! I did not realize the rats were going to join in. Alright. I think I will use my Dread Ambusher just to activate my Elixir of Bloodlust. Alright, they all have toxin on them. Now, to start working on the toughest one. I am right next to a rat. I may as well try to... kill it. There we go.
Talk to me.
And And now that Astarion is gone, let's do the darkness thing. Two hit points left. Where are the rats? Throw this rat at you.
Handy.
And again at you. That's funny. But hey, you get that rat.
Delicious.
Can't give up. Not now.
And as a side bonus, that was enough to level us. Divine Strike Poison on and a new feat. And at this point, let's see. I think at this point I'll just go for the Wisdom. Actually, I really like this because recently even Karlach got actually no, it wasn't her getting frightened, it was her getting paralyzed. It doesn't help with that. But still, frightened is a bad thing for Karlach to be. So. Oh, or did I want... I was thinking about Eldritch Knight, right? So the main thing that I would want to get out of Eldritch Knight is this weapon bond. But, and we have Nyrulna. I don't feel like we need a weapon bond. Or if we do need it later, then I could pick it up. So do I want... Do I want Barbarian level 6, get an additional rage charge? Or do I want to get a feat? It wouldn't be strength because I'm using potions for strength. I could get alert. I think... Oh! I did not mean to do that. I was trying to back out of it. Proficiency in wisdom and intelligence saving throws, that's not a bad thing. And a level 2 spell slot. Actually, spike growth seems pretty good. I haven't really used Fog Cloud, and we have the darkness, infinite darkness, so... Maybe a pass without trace on Astarion. Fifth level spells now. Certainly Cone of Cold. Probably don't really need Cloud of Daggers anymore. I like telekinesis. Telekinesis is fun. I'm gonna go to camp and fix Karlach real quick.
Hey, good looking.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with Barbarian.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
I'd better take a peek.
Czar Guard Tower orders. No one is to be admitted on the day before the ceremony. No deliveries, no visitors, no one. Soon the master will ascend, and then you and the other guards will receive your reward. For God's sake, give the tower floors a good mopping. The whole place smells like rat piss. Chamberlain Dufay. Central wall chest key. That could be handy. And there's a few things to grab up here as well.
None shall see me.
Alright, let us finally head into the palace.
Onward.
Well, I guess we're just inside the tower now. But there's some stuff downstairs to go grab. Use central wall chest key. Nice. Czar Palace Servant Etiquette. Memorize these rules and do not fail to follow them. Do your job silently. Do not speak unless spoken to. The master likes it quiet. If you are not busy, find something to do and look busy. The master likes diligence. If you encounter the master, stand still and cast down your eyes with deference. The master likes to be respected. No whistling. Chamberlain Dufay. Okay, that was a fairly quick aside. That's the actual entrance to Czar's palace.
Wow. That's suspiciously welcoming.
It unlocked itself? Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly grab up the stuff that's over here.
Unseen. Perfect.
Okay, now, finally, let's actually go inside the palace.
Better tread carefully.